You forgot this. You came to Earth with amnesia and you forgot. And you're probably thinking, what is she talking about? What I'm talking about is back in the spirit world, your soul literally planned everything out for you before your soul came here and jumped into your body. But you come in on Earth with amnesia, so you forget that you've planned everything. Now, this information has been discovered through hypnotherapy sessions. So there are heaps of different hypnotherapists out there, but the face of hypnotherapy is Dolores Cannon. And between her and I believe other people who do hypnotherapy, there is about 50 years of hypnotherapy research. And so in these sessions, what happens is people get put under hypnosis, and the person, so say Dolores Cannon, will end up talking to their subconscious mind. And all of our subconscious minds are connected as one. And the information that's coming through when they're speaking to, people's subconscious minds, everyone's saying the same thing, right? So it doesn't matter what country you're in, you could be on the opposite side of the world, but the information that's coming through, everyone's saying or talking about the same sort of thing, which means there is truth to this information. It's impossible for everyone to be saying the same stuff who don't know each other, who are in different countries. You know what I mean? So what has been discovered through these hypnotherapy sessions is that before we come to Earth, our soul plans everything in the spirit world. And part of the deal of coming to Earth is that we come in with amnesia, we forget. And that's why the Earth realm is really difficult compared to other planets or places we could be going. Because other places and planets, you don't go in there with amnesia. So your soul chose to come to Earth knowing it was going to be difficult. So pat yourself on the back for having a tough soul that's keen to come here, because it isn't easy. So the sorts of things that we planned out, our name, our parents. You may have difficult parents or parents that were, abusive or neglected you, and you may think, why would I pick difficult parents? The whole purpose of being on Earth is basically a school where we come here to learn lessons. We experience things so we can learn lessons so our soul can grow and evolve. So if you had difficult parents, your soul chose to have difficult parents because of the experience that you would get from that, so that you could learn lessons. So again, your soul can grow and evolve. So, I had, difficult parents, and growing up, I kind of wish things were a bit different. But now that I'm older and I understand this information, I realize now how that has actually served me. You also choose your country that you were born into. You choose your avatar. You choose even, part of choosing your avatar, you choose your skin color. You may have chosen to have dark skin. Dark skinned people tend to have a harder time in our society. And you may have chosen to come in here and have dark skin for the experiences that you get from that. So you literally choose and plan everything out. Even your death has been planned out. It's all about learning lessons. Even your traumas that you have had to go through, the hardships you've had to go through, your soul chose those experiences. When you realize your soul chose everything for you, it shifts your perspective on life. You look at life differently, but in a better way, because you can understand things a bit better. For example, I came in here and my soul obviously chose to have a broken back and have to go through a spinal fusion. So I broke my back when I was 19. I didn't actually find out until I was 25, and then I needed a spinal fusion surgery, which, being 25, that's quite young to have that sort of surgery. It's normally for older people. But now I realize that my soul chose this experience for whatever reason, for whatever, lessons it's wanting to learn. We also have what's called soul contracts. So soul contracts is where, you may have soul contracts with your siblings, where in the spirit world, like you might have difficult siblings, right? So for example, I grew up with the older brother that bullied me a lot. We get along great now. I forgave him for it all, but he did bully me a lot growing up. And what I've realized is with learning this sort of stuff is that our souls planned that out in the spirit world. So he planned, like his soul planned to come here to play my bully. Like we planned this out together. Why? Because of the experiences that you get and the lessons you will learn. You can have soul contracts with, say, like you may have married, your husband or your wife, and they may have turned out to be abusive, toxic, put you through hell. You think, why would I choose that? Well, again, it's the lessons that you learn. So your husband or wife, their, soul and your soul in the spirit world planned this scenario out. Their soul planned to come here to play the bad guy with you so you can learn the lessons that your soul is wanting to learn. When you realize these things, you look at life a lot differently, and it makes life a bit easier, I think, because then you realize that there's a bigger picture to all of this. So keep in mind you have soul contracts with people. You've planned things out with these other souls in the spirit world. And another cool thing I wanted to share is that you yourself can be put under hypnosis. You can find what's called a QHHT. So that stands for Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique. You can have a QHHT session and you can be put under, and you could have the what are they called? The hypnotherapy people talk to your subconscious mind to find out information for you, to find out information about why you've had to go through a difficult situation, why you're experiencing these health issues. You could go to them and find out about a past life. So the other thing I would recommend is do this in person. There are people that offer QHHT sessions online, and you don't want to be doing them online. It's actually dangerous, and they are being unprofessional offering them online. And I learned this from Dolores Cannon being the face of hypnotherapy. Actually, I don't think it was her. I actually think it was the people that run her page, because she died in 2014. It was the people that run her page who said, you only do them in person, don't ever do them online. And it's because I read one of Dolores Cannon's book, and what can happen in these sessions is, like, say if you're revisiting a past life and you're revisiting a traumatic event from a past life, you can actually start freaking out a bit because you're reliving it. And so what Dolores Cannon would do, because I read her book with her hypnotherapy transcripts in them, and people, in these transcripts, they'd be freaking out, and then Dolores Cannon would have to calm them down. She'd have to sort of direct them through the trauma or out of that experience into a different one to help them calm down. And so you imagine if you were put under with someone online and you're reliving a traumatic experience from a past life, and then boom, internet connection's lost. That is why it's dangerous. That is why you don't want to be doing these sessions online, and that is why people should not be offering them online. So you can find practitioners in your area through Dolores Cannon's website. I think you just go to a Facebook page and there's a link there, because I've already checked it out for myself. I'm planning to do it either this year or next year, and I'm so excited to try it out. I'm really interested to see what my soul is going to say. So yeah, you can just jump in on Dolores Cannon's website and find a practitioner in your area, because Dolores Cannon has a school of people that are being trained up to learn Dolores Cannon's, like, her own technique, because she developed her own technique. So people can go through her school to get trained up and then do what she does. And that's how you can either get trained up yourself, or find a practitioner in your area that you can go to and get put under and find out some cool things about your soul that will most likely help you understand your life better, your life experiences, and just yourself. So I think it's a great thing for us to do. So I'm excited. I'm planning to do it either this year or next year. I'm going to look into it a bit more, learn about, I've found someone in New Zealand that I want to go to that's in Auckland, which is in the North Island. I'm in the South Island. And So I'm going to look into like how much it costs because I have no idea, but I would highly recommend doing it because again, you can find out so much information that's useful, that's helpful to you. You can find out why you've experienced the things that you have experienced in life. I hope you like this video, guys. If you got some sort of value, let me know by giving me a thumbs up or write a comment, and subscribe if you like this sort of information. Like my channel talks about spirituality, talks about the shift in consciousness, law of attraction, manifestation, subconscious programming. So if you like that sort of thing, subscribe and hit the bell notification. I hope I see you on the next video. Have an awesome day. Peace.